Let me tell y'all something. When it comes to them Dallas Cowboys, America's team, as they call themselves, they don't just play football. No, they entertain, they headline, they soap opera all at once. Now we got ourselves a good old-fashioned quarterback battle down in Big D. Not for the starting job. That's still Dak's throne. But for who gets to hold the clipboard and step in if them hamstrings act up again. It's Will Grier, the once hyped AVU gunslinger, versus Rocket Joe Milton, a man built like Cam Newton, but launching footballs like he's throwing comets. So grab your popcorn and buckle in, cause Ellen Shannon about to break it all the way down. Now first things first, Dak Prescott is still that dude in Dallas. Don't get it twisted. He's coming off a season-ending hamstring injury in 2024, but when healthy, Dak is a top 10 quarterback in the league. The problem is that when healthy, been doing a lot of heavy lifting lately. So what did Jerry Jones do? He picked up the phone, called up New England, and traded for Joe Milton, a freak of nature from the University of Tennessee by way of Michigan. That right there told the whole NFL something important. Dallas ain't fully sold on their current backup situation. And who caught the heat from that? Will Grier. See, Grier been hanging around this Cowboys roster like that old gym bag you keep in the back seat. Ain't flashy, but you trust it in a pinch. Drafted by the Panthers back in 2019, he was once a rising name, a dark horse first rounder. But 5 years later, Grier is fighting just to keep his jersey in the locker room. "6'5", 235 pounds. Arm strength that makes NFL scouts drop their clipboards. Joe Milton ain't no regular backup. That boy got a kick. Matter of fact, let me say it like this. Milton throws a football like he angry at it. The velocity, the distance, the spiral, it's all there. When the Cowboys tweeted, "Rocket Joe taking off," they wasn't exaggerating. But talent don't always mean polish. Milton's college tape was a mixtape of boom and bust. He hit you with a 75-yard bomb and followed up with a screen pass into the dirt. His footwork's raw, mechanics inconsistent. But when you talk about tools, Lord have mercy, he got the whole toolbox. Coach Brian Schottenheimer said, "He's one of the first people in the building." That matters. That means Milton ain't just leaning on raw talent. He grinding. He knows this is his shot. Now don't y'all forget about Will Grier. He may not be flashy, but he's got that been there, done that experience. Dude lit it up at West Virginia, throwing for 3,864 yards and 37 touchdowns in his final season. Scouts had his name circled in 2018-19, but he slipped to the third round. Since then, he's bounced around like a journeyman. Carolina, Dallas, practice squad, preseason heroics. But no real shot at a starting job. Yet here he is again, still in the mix. Still pushing. Familiarity with the Cowboys playbook, rapport with receivers, and he's one injury away from being under center on national television. Let me explain something. The Cowboys quarterback room ain't just a depth chart. It's a contingency plan. Dak's hamstrings don't come with guarantees. And if he tweaks something in week 3, that next man up better be ready. That's why this camp battle got folks talking. USA Today's Ben Grimaldi said Milton already won the job. He said it with his chest. There shouldn't be much surprise, he wrote. Milton's tools, athleticism, and work ethic will earn him the QB2 role. On the flip side, Mike Fisher at Athlon Sports isn't buying that hype just yet. He said Grier's experience in the system might give him the edge. He does have familiarity with the building, Fisher noted. And that matters. In this league, sometimes who you know matters just as much as what you throw. Here's a name you better circle. Brian Schottenheimer. He's the Cowboys' offensive coordinator. And when he speaks, people inside the Star listen. Schotty's got ties all across the NFL. He's coached Russell Wilson, Mark Sanchez back when he was cooking, Sam Bradford, you name it. If he believes in Joe Milton, that ain't just coach speak. That's a stamp. He's one of the first in the building, Schottenheimer said. Translation: Milton hungry. He ain't taking this opportunity for granted. He's there early watching film, taking notes, learning that Cowboys system like it's finals week. Now here's where it gets real tight. The Cowboys, like every team, got to cut the roster to 53. That means they might not have room for 3 quarterbacks. Do they keep Milton Greer? Or does one get cut? If they roll with just 2 QBs, here's how I see it going. Dak Prescott, the unquestioned starter. Joe Milton, the high upside backup with the fresher buzz and the draft capital investment. Will Greer, the odd man out. Unless Milton bombs in the preseason. We talking multiple picks, bad reads, off-target throws. If that happens, and Greer stays steady, it could flip. But as of right now, the tide's leaning Milton. Let me toss something spicy in the pot. What if the Cowboys are quietly looking past Dak? Now I ain't saying he on his way out, but I am saying this. Dak's in a contract year soon. He'll be 32 next season. If Milton shows out as a raw project and starts developing, that's a chess move. They didn't draft him, but they traded for him. That means Jerry and Will McClay saw something. Maybe they think with 2 years under Schottenheimer's wing, Milton could be the future. Greer, solid, dependable. But you know what you're getting. With Milton, you dream a little. All right, time to land this plane. Here's where Uncle Shannon stands. Joe Milton wins the backup job. Not 'cause Greer did something wrong, but because Milton's got the tools, the work ethic, and the Cowboys already put chips on his name. Will Greer gets cut or lands on the practice squad. And don't be surprised if another QB-needy team comes calling for him. He's still got value in this league. Dallas rolls into 2025 with Prescott and Milton 25, with Prescott and Milton as QB1 and QB2. They trust Dak to stay healthy. But Milton's rocket arm gives him peace of mind if disaster strikes. Y'all know what it is. The NFL don't wait on nobody. Either you risen or you fallen. And down in Dallas, Joe Milton looking like a star in the making, while Will Greer might be on borrowed time. That's the game. Ain't personal. It's just football. So the next time you see that big 6'5" kid launching footballs into the stratosphere, remember what UNC told you. Rocket Joe ain't just taking off. He might be landing on that depth chart for good. Dip. Go ahead and make your point, but you already know I'm right.